From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
Dealing with the heat indexes yesterday, and then now today, maybe some storms.
Yeah, a little bit of everything, Lace.
Yeah, we got the storms coming in this morning in portions of the state, not here in the metro. We are dry, and you can see that on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Mostly clear overhead. We do have storms in the northwest, in the northeast. They're not severe, but there's a chance for some severe weather into the afternoon and evening, and another round possible overnight tonight. And we've got several complexes of storms on the way over the next several days into the weekend. We're back in what we call northwest flow, where the jet stream brings those storm complexes down off the high plains. And yes, we end up with these overnight storms, produce wind and hail. Temperatures right now along a cold front are dropping. Look at the 50s up to the north. Now we're still very warm and we'll be very hot today. Ahead of that, that boundary will stall out later this afternoon in northern Oklahoma before it just pushes on through overnight tonight. Had some big severe weather up into Kansas and Nebraska yesterday. Now that's pushing into northern Oklahoma, but fizzling, not severe, but the rain is ongoing, and it's a good rain from Freedom to Alva heading along Highway 281. This is going to move into Byron and Cherokee in the next 30 minutes, and then down to Woodward, Shattuck, and Arnett. Still getting some scattered showers now. Could have some heavy rain within that. We're seeing that, and some pretty intense lightning. And the storms are fizzling as they press to the south with the outflow boundary from Tulsa down to Choteau. Now the outflow boundary is down to OK, Oklahoma, and down to Tahlequah. Next Gen Live, dry here in OKC. 74 degrees, mostly clear skies, and a south wind at 5 miles per hour. The boundary has actually been shoved in a little further to the south with that storm complex, and we're getting some gusts close to 40 in northern Oklahoma. That's possible. South of the boundary, you got a south breeze at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, where it's raining 60s. The rest of us are in the mid and upper 70s to start off your Wednesday. Hour by hour, plan for a hot day, 91 at noon. Now, we will have a very isolated chance for a thunderstorm in the metro this afternoon and evening, 10 to 20%. Bigger story today is going to be the heat, 90s with the heat index closing in on 100. Now, up to the north, that boundary will kind of stall, may actually lift a little bit, and along that, we'll really have to watch for storms to fire on up. Latest data suggests we do get several that form, and in that zone will be hot, will be unstable, and hail and wind will definitely be possible. So trackers are geared up, ready to go for that. Future heat index today, pick out your hometown, 100, 105. We may have a few areas down at the southeast that get from 105 to 108 later today. As the boundary stalls out, do expect storms to start to take off from Woodward to Enid to Ponca City to Alva, and those will try to move off towards the east and weaken this afternoon. While that's happening, a complex of storms will take off in the northwest. That will move into the Panhandle. That'll be the overnight storms for the metro. So today between 4 and midnight, any storm that can form in the zone in yellow could produce up to golf ball size hail. Excuse me, 75-mile-an-hour winds. We're looking at nickel dime quarters possible in the metro, but again, our rain chance is very slim today. It's more of overnight tonight. And then storms along the boundary could produce up to golf ball size hail. Winds also a concern, 60, 70, may have some gusts to 75 in a stronger storm or two. That's why you need to be weather aware in those areas for that this afternoon and into the evening. Showing you the big view on water vapor imagery, the heat dome, which was really dominating us last week, is building back over the southwest. What it's allowing for, because it's so far away from Oklahoma, the jet stream winds are coming in over the Rockies. We've got this low over Montana and Wyoming, and that is going to help shove that cooler air on in, put us back into that northwest flow, and give us these complex opportunities, complexes of storms, I should say. It is a complex forecast also. Here's how it's looking for this afternoon. A few isolated storms, more numerous rain and storms take off in the northwest. Again, low risk for severe weather. Then as we head into the overnight, here's 1 o'clock. Again, these storms still keep cranking out quite a bit of wind as they move into the northwest and just elongate and stretch out. So the severe risk starts to go down. Moving into the metro about 4 o'clock in the morning, best chance of rain from 4 to 6 a.m. the way it looks, and then rain starts to taper off. Very isolated rain chance into your Thursday afternoon. So tonight you'll likely hear that thunder, quite intense lightning, may have some power outages overnight tonight. Of course, we'll be keeping you updated as these storms roll on through. 60 to an 80% chance depending on your location. Not everyone gets that wall of water moving in. Every now and again, a few of these storms could crank out quarter-size hail, and again, 60 to 70, maybe even some 75-mile-an-hour winds as they start to kind of weaken moving into central and southern Oklahoma. Temperatures tonight into the 60s and 70s. Tomorrow, 83 degrees. 93 Friday. We heat it back up into the weekend to the low 90s with storm chances off and on into your Sunday. Back to you guys.